Former unified heavyweight champion Andy the Destroyer Ruiz and top contender Luis King Kong Ortiz will meet in a much anticipated 12-round WBC Heavyweight Title Eliminator on September 4th in a Labor Day weekend clash from Crypto Arena in Los Angeles.
September 4th, we have two power-punching heavyweights and a matchup between two of the top heavyweights in the world.
Ruiz shocked the boxing world in 2019 when he was brought in as a late replacement to face heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua and turned the tables on the champion, knocking him out in the 7th round and taking home the titles. The 32-year-old from Imperial, California lost his rematch with Joshua by unanimous decision, but returned to the ring in May 2021, bouncing back from an early knockdown to defeat all-action contender Chris Arreola by unanimous decision.
He didn't look good. He didn't look that great. But, as always, he shows heart.
With exceptional power and sublime technical skills, Ortiz has been a fixture at top heavyweight rankings for years, with his only defeats coming in memorable contests against former longtime heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. Ortiz overcame two knockdowns to stop Charles Martin in the 6th round of his most recent bout on January 1st.
Cuba versus Mexico, two great countries, warriors both.
It's excellent that Ruiz is finally taking the fight against the 43-year-old former two-time heavyweight world title challenger Ortiz, but it's troubling that it's taken him over a year to face him.
We didn't come here to cherry pick anybody. I think I wanted a tough opponent. That's exactly why we picked Luis Ortiz.
Ruiz badly wanted a trilogy fight with Anthony Joshua and needed to win over a highly ranked contender like King Kong Ortiz to speed up his getting the third match with AJ. Andy Ruiz Jr. looks much thinner with his dramatic body transformation ahead of his September 4th headliner against Luis King Kong Ortiz.
Now we're just working on being fast and being explosive.
The fight will be Ruiz's first in 15 months, and he'll enter it with a new trainer for the second time in 2 fights. Ruiz is now training with Alfredo Osuna after he parted ways with Eddie Reynoso. Ruiz became the first heavyweight champion of Mexican descent when he defeated Anthony Joshua as 7th round TKO in June 2019 in a bout that was named 2019 Upset of the Year. 6 months later, Joshua regained his 3 heavyweight titles with a unanimous decision victory over Ruiz in Saudi Arabia. Ruiz admitted he was not in shape when he fought Joshua in the rematch.
I was mad at myself because I knew I should have trained. I knew I should have done better.
He weighed a career high 283 pounds and was lethargic during the fight, in stark contrast to the first bout, when he weighed 268 and consistently beat Joshua to the punch with his lightning-quick hands. The Southern Californian has fought just once since the rematch, a May 2021 decision win over Chris Arreola. Ruiz weighed 256 pounds for that bout but was surprisingly dropped in round 2 and struggled at times during the first half before he took control.
That was one of the shots that Arreola got me back to the head. Gotta be prepared, gotta have my hands up at all times.
What's unclear is whether the weight loss has improved the 33-year-old Ruiz, because he looked poor against 40-year-old Arreola. The former heavyweight champion is eyeing another former heavyweight champion in Deontay Wilder.
If I win, I would want to fight Wilder if he comes out of retirement.
Ruiz wants to position himself for yet another world title run, and it begins by facing the 43-year-old Cuban contender Ortiz, whose 2 long career losses have come via knockout to Wilder.
That left hand was blocked.
At one point in 2019, Ruiz and Wilder controlled the entire heavyweight picture, but both boxers have since suffered defeats and lost their titles.
I don't see many heavyweights that beat Andy Ruiz.
To get that fight, Ruiz must keep winning, and it would help if he were to be more active against better opposition.
If I lost another time, I'm still fighting until I get this belt.
Ortiz has twice challenged for the WBC Heavyweight title, and both times he was knocked out by Deontay Wilder. The 43-year-old was ahead on the scorecards in the November 2019 rematch, when Wilder scored a spectacular KO. Since the setback, Ortiz has fought twice.
He's one of the best in the world, one of the most dangerous men in boxing, period.
King Kong scored the first round KO of Journeyman Alexander Flores before he met Charles Martin on New Year's Day 2022. The 6'5" Martin knocked Ortiz down in the first and fourth rounds before he came back to drop him twice in the sixth to get a stoppage. Ortiz can still punch, and he's got the boxing skills to give Andy Ruiz fits in this fight.
Look my hand, he's talking in the ring.
The winner of Ruiz Ortiz will be in prime position for another heavyweight title shot next year.
And I'm not underestimating Luis Ortiz. I know he comes over here to fight. He wants to become world champion.
Tyson Fury holds one title, while Usyk and Joshua will meet in a rematch for 3 belts on August 20th in Saudi Arabia.
That's exactly what Anthony Joshua needs to do, be aggressive, and he's a bigger man, a stronger man.
Ruiz wants another shot at the world title, but he's going about it in a lazy manner by fighting just once a year since losing to Joshua in 2019.
If Ariola could hurt him, Ortiz could hurt him.
If Ruiz beats Ortiz, that could help him greatly in his goal of getting a third payday against Joshua.
Has to fight again, There's always has to be a trilogy.
If Ruiz wants a world title payday, he needs to fight at least twice, if not 3 times a year, and he should be fighting younger contenders. This is Ruiz's second consecutive fight in which he's fighting a 40-plus-year-old fighter, and it's clear that his management is hoping he'll get a title shot without facing a live body.